Hi everyone, my name is Pranay and welcome to Classic Comics India. Today we are going to talk about the best cover artists and their covers from the 1980s era. I have gone through hundreds of covers and the list was exhaustive. To make things easier, I'm going to present this in a countdown format. We get to see the best from 10 to 1. You may have a different point of view and I could have missed out on some of your favorite covers or some big awesome covers which I would like you to comment and let me know. So without further ado, at number 10 there is Walt Simonson. He is one of the most impressive artists of the 70s and 80s. He started his career in the 70s. He did some amazing work for DC, Marvel as well as indie comics. He did a movie adaptation of the movie Aliens in 1979 for Heavy Metal magazine. After that, for Marvel, he has done a lot of awesome works. One of his best works, according to me, is the crossover event that he did where Uncanny X-Men comes together with the Teen Titans. This he did with Chris Claremont, who was a writer on this. I think this rates as one of the best work that he's done. After that, in the mid-1980s, he worked on Thor. That is possibly the most comprehensive work on Thor and the most entertaining work on Thor that you will get to see. He not only drew that, he also wrote the story for it. And here are some of his best covers. At number 9, we have the man with the golden brush, Michael Golden. He started his career with DC in 1977. After that, he's done some of the most amazing covers and work for Marvel for titles such as ROM, The Micronauts, The Nam, G.I. Joe, Savage, She-Hulk, Doctor Strange, to just name a few. He has a great portfolio of painted covers for titles like Savage Sword of Conan, Cull, US Number 1 and many more. Here are some of his best covers. At number 8, and I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, we have Breyfogle. That name is synonymous with Batman and DC comics for the 80s as well as the 90s. He took over the reins of working on these books from the great Jim Aparo, who's also on our list. Here are some of his most iconic covers. At number 7, we have the legend George Perez. He started his career with Marvel in the 1970s, where he did amazing work for the Avengers. His big breakthrough came in 1982, where he started working on the new Teen Titans. He created a lot of characters for the Teen Titans franchisee as well. In 1985, DC then got him to work on their biggest event so far, their 50th anniversary, called Crisis on Infinite Earth. In the Crisis event, he was able to draw each and every character that DC owned till that date. However, my personal favorite work that he did was rebooting Wonder Woman in 1987, and that is some of his masterclass. Prime George Perez. And here are some of his best covers. number 6, we have Jim Aparo. He is a legend for any Batman fan. He has done some of the best works on Batman in the 70s and the 80s. His work on Batman and the Outsiders is one of the most fabulous work that you will see. My personal favorite is the work that he did for Batman Death in the Family. That is an absolute masterclass. Here are some of his best covers. At number 5, we have Bill Sienkiewicz. I hope I got the name correct. He has done some amazing path-breaking work. A lot of his work is also a little abstract. So in the beginning, it was very difficult for me to enjoy it. But as I read more and saw more of his work, I started loving it. I think I've matured as a comic connoisseur. He's done some amazing work for Moon Knight number 1. His covers for Uncanny X-Men, The New Mutants, Dazzler, Batman. Then there is Incredible Hulk, Transformers. Those are some amazing stuff. So without further ado, let me share with you some of his best covers. At number 4, we have the supremely talented and prolific Mr. John Byrne. He has worked on some of my favorite comics, the Dark Phoenix Saga, Days of Future Past, and hardcore comic fans consider his Fantastic Four run to be the best ever Fantastic Four ever. Yeah. He did this in the 80s where he transformed DC's Superman Man of Steel. Then later on he worked on the sensational She-Hulk and made it into pure gold. His cover for Spectacular Spider-Man number 101 is one of my all-time favorite covers, and here are some of his awesome best covers. Before we get into the top 3, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notifications for more of these kind of cool content. Okay, so drum roll, we got number 3, Mr. Todd Mcfarlane. The man single-handedly made Spidey awesome again in the 80s. I think we are all familiar with his work on The Amazing Spider-Man. But we should not forget the kind of work that he did for Batman 423 that you see behind. There is my all-time favorite Hulk 340 and many other covers that he did for various comics. And here are some of his best covers. Alright, at number 2, we have Mike Zeck. I discovered him quite late, but the man is an absolute genius. He was already setting the comic book world on fire with his glorious heroic work. His work on Master of Kung Fu in the 70s and 80s is nothing short of legendary. In the 80s, his work on Captain America and G.I. Joe was path-breaking. He's also the man who has done all the 12 covers of Marvel's Secret Wars. My personal favorite work that I feel is up there with the best of the best is his work on the Amazing Spider-Man Kraven's Last Hunt. And he's done work on a lot of other titles as well. Let me present some of his best work. Number 1, I present Mr. Frank Miller. His first solo Wolverine series was nothing short of legendary. His work on Daredevil transformed the character and helped Marvel make this into one of the most popular Daredevil runs of all times. However, what changed the entire comic book industry in the 1980s was his Dark Knight Returns series. Many consider this book, the series, to be the best ever graphic novel. That's huge. So without further ado, let me share with you some of his most fantastic, fabulous covers.